What up? It's your Navajo homegirl, Mandy. Yá'át'ééh, hello in Navajo. She'é Mandy White, Yenishe, Tabahan Nishlin, Nakai de Ne'e, Bashichin, Totsoni, Dashiche, the Bethlejene, Dashinelle. So, what I just shared with you is my introduction of myself in my own native language, which is Navajo or Dene. So, I'm super grateful to share who I am because for me and my culture, it's very unique to us. Our clan system lets you know who I am from my parents, my grandparents, and my ancestral level. So I'm super grateful, and I'm grateful just to represent. I'm sharing my introduction because it allows you to know, the reason that I walk, and it's because of them. And so let's break this down for you. So let's see, how can I explain this? Okay, so my first clan comes from my mother because we're from a matriarchal society. So my first clan is Tapwahe, which translates to English it means water's edge people. My second clan comes from my father, and that's Nakai de Ne'e, which is the Mexican clan. And so my third clan is Totsohne, which translates in English to Big Water Clan, and this comes from my maternal grandfather. My fourth clan comes from my paternal grandfather, and the Bethlejene translates to Black Sheep Clan. So I just shared with you a lot about myself just through my clans. And so if you look at where I am and who I am and where I come from geographically, you pretty much get the idea of where I'm from. Like I come from, people that live along the water, that are from the Big Water and have adopted living standards from the Mexican clan. And also, I am from the Black Sheep Clan. And so this just lets you know who I am as a whole. And, like I said before, the reason that I walk. I walk because I have come from my ancestors, my parents, my grandparents. So this is my Navajo introduction of myself. Nice to meet you. Let me know in the comments below if we're related, not related, or, if we're cousins. Okay, so what I want to share with everybody is, I like to think of myself as a modern day storyteller. So I come from a very oral, like an oral traditional storytelling background. And so for me and my people, we share stories. It's a way for us not to only learn, but also to, grow and to learn about people and, learn life's lessons. And so what I want to share in this YouTube channel is that, me as a person, an Indigenous Native person in college, and almost always the only one in my classes representing, because, that's how I roll, is that, most of the time in my classes, I stand alone because there's not a lot of, Indigenous students. And so I stand alone a lot. And so for me, I want to, the main message of my YouTube channel is I want to, get away and teach people that, us Native and Indigenous people, we're not a past tense people. We're not a they once lived or they were or, they lived a long time ago. We're not just a past tense people. We're a present as well as a future tense. And so I want to share with you guys that, I'm here, I'm present, and, the future generations, they're going to keep going. And so I'm super excited to share this, unique moment in sharing my stories. And so some of the stories that I plan on sharing are, Indigenous cooking recipes where I cook with ancestral ingredients like, bluecorn and bluebird flour. And, I'll share stories about how these recipes came to be. And I also want to share some old style Navajo recipes that I learned from my grandma. Another outlet on my YouTube channel is I want to share, who I am and things that I enjoy. So for me, I am an Indigenous seamstress. So Indigenous seamstress meaning that I make my own tribe's traditional clothing and regalia. And so I want to bring Navajo clothing back. I want us to wear our clothing so that, we can feel beautiful. Not just beautiful in general, but beautiful in our own language. So in our own language, beautiful in Navajo means Najona. So I want to feel Najona everywhere I go, because that's who I am. I want to represent, that kind of thing. And so I'm going to share, maybe I'll do a few sewing tutorials. Who knows? I don't even know. This is just like a moment in time. Maybe I'll do sewing vlogs. Those sound fun. Ooh, indigenous sewing vlog. That sounds awesome. Also, another thing that I want to just, in general, is to just bring awareness to us Native and Indigenous people that we're, like I said before, we're not a past tense, we're present and we're future tense. So this YouTube channel, I just want to share my stories, my adventures, my teachings and recipes and, just things that I enjoy. So I'm super excited to share this channel with you and, let me know, give me a follow on Instagram and say hi. And if you ever see me on the res or anywhere at all, please, say hi. I want to know you. I want to say hi. I want to say Yá'át'ééh to you, So, let's get going to this bluecorn crepe recipe. What up? It's your Navajo homegirl. So, welcome to the new YouTube channel. Today, we're going to make Navajo bluecorn crepes. The reason why we're making this is because your homegirl came up with the recipe. So before we start baking, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get ready. And I just want to introduce you guys to my awesome roommate. This is Rachel Marie Kimball, who is the most exquisite, beautiful, coolest roommate that's she's Navajo now, basically. She's top
My heart's brown.
It is. She's awesome. So, Rachel has actually been my friend for about 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years now.
2 years. Yeah.
2 years.
We
Going
met
strong.
We met when I first moved to Utah. And so when I moved to Utah, I went to church, and if you didn't know, your Navajo homegirl is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So that makes me a Navajo Latter-day Saint, which is pretty cool. Plus, I just want to acknowledge that one of my favorite things about the church is that it's the only church in the world that teaches about the significance of us Indigenous people and how we got to the Americas. And, with all of this, I want my land back and stuff, and, all these things that other natives are, saying, it's true. We were here first. But I just want to share with you guys that the gospel does share how we got here, and it shows our beautiful relationship with our God, our creator, our heavenly father, or in Navajo, Diyin. So it's God in Navajo. And so it's a super cool thing. We met that way. We met at church, and we just basically, since that day, what was the
Basically, I got up, saw her, and you just moved off the res, right?
Yeah. I was
she comes to church, and then I look over, and I'm just like, I think that girl's Native. So after, anyway. Yeah. We bonded.
Yes, we bonded. And the first time we literally hung out was when you called me before. We almost hung out, but it was so cool because I was like, I think Rachel thinks of me as a friend. Was you called me to help you make a pineapple shaped cake.
That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. That's craziness.
Yeah.
Because this girl, she knows what she's doing. So cooking, baking.
Yes.
I need her in my life. I'm the reason. Nope. She's the reason I'm still alive.
Yes. So this is how we met. All right, we're going to get going with the recipe. But I just wanted to share my cool roommate that's going to help me film and who highly encouraged me to do a YouTube channel.
Straight up.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we're gonna soar on a Navajo rug like it's a magic carpet ride. Alrighty, so it's your favorite Navajo homegirls, Mandy and Rachel. So what you're gonna need, utensil-wise, which every household on the res should have, is a mixing bowl, because we make our bread in it. But, we're gonna do crepes this time. You're also gonna need a whisk. Yeah. You're also gonna need one measuring cup, because I'm straight up res. I don't want to do a lot of dishes, so we're just going to use one, That's how we roll. And then you're also going to need some bluebird flour. I said bluecorn.
bluebird flower. Here we go. Look, wait.
Oh,
Who wore better?
this is not planned. This is not planned.
My Aunt Thelma made these. And who wore it better though? Of us
know.
three.
Of all three of us. Vote. Everyone vote.
Vote in the comments below. Alright, so you'll need bluebird flour because there's a difference with the flour. So bluebird flour, it is milled very finely, and so when you cook or bake with it, it just like rises to whole nother levels that other flours can't. When I use other flours, I feel like I'm using cornmeal.
I testify this is true. I do.
I know I used homegirls.
I grew up with the not good flour, and now I know this flour is true.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And then you'll also need some salt.
Yes.
We are just kind of bougie right now. We've got pink Himalayan salt because we buy in bulk. We just buy what we need. Mm-hmm. And then we'll also need some eggs, which Walmart.
Eggs, right?
Walmart.
Yeah.
And then you'll also need milk.
Oh, out of order.
Milk. So something that's funny is like most Navajos and Native Americans in general are not like, we're lactose intolerant. So like most natives, did you know that we can't break down like milk enzymes? It's a true thing. I learned that in my biology class because you're Navajo homegirls in college. And then you'll also need, I use almond milk. Feel free to use whatever you want. We also bought the wrong one. This is, it's supposed to be...
We accidentally got organic. What? But that's cool.
Was it really worth the extra few dollars? No.
Probably not.
And then we'll
No
also...
offense to those who like organic things, though. It's
You
totally
do
cool.
that.
More power to you. This is totally good.
You have that job, you buy what you want. We're just on a budget and we didn't read the sign.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And then you'll also need some butter, which is there. And we'll also need to melt it because in crepes you need everything to be the same consistency. Also, we're going to have our amazing blue corn. Alrighty, so we will start.
What about vanilla?
Oh, shoot.
Vanilla
for flavor.
And this one is special from Mexico. So...
She went to Mexico.
I did do that.
She's a world traveler.
I am a world traveler.
Alrighty, so let's see.
Here we go.
I bought this from IKEA. It's still kind of new. You just...
Should I hold something for you?
Yeah, here, I'll mix this for you.
Okay.
Alright. Measuring?
Oh, good.
Okay, so we're gonna...
So quarter cup.
Yep. Quarter of a
Looks
cup.
great.
Looks amazing.
Mmm.
And then we'll need what did you call this?
A measuring cup?
No.
Oh.
This measurement.
Three-quarter cup of bluebird flour.
Yep. Mix that in, homie. Okay. And then give that a good whisk. So normally your Navajo homegirl like just cooks with like not the greatest thing, like I don't even measure most of the time, but like with this video,
I know this is like the first time I've seen you hold a cup. I'm like, what is this?
That's why you were like measuring cup?
Precision, friends, precision.
And then
science.
A pinch of salt.
Whoa, that looked cool.
Yep.
Wow.
And then we'll also need 2 eggs. 2 eggies.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 shell. It's okay. I got it.
You got it.
I mean, we're eating it, so yes. We're not too picky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I feel like one of those IHS hospital videos that teach you how to cook and eat healthy as a native.
Next thing they'll be showing this. Watch out.
IHS sponsor us, Indian Health Service. Alright, so you'll need 2 eggs, and then you'll need, oh man, we need some butter. Can you warm? I'll warm this up. You keep mixing.
Yeah, remember my position on the mixer. She's so cool. So So, how do I like get the stuff off the whisk?
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna add more stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of melted butter. Has to be melted. Don't do unmelted because like your crepes aren't gonna do anything but like just crumble. And then we'll also need some milk.
Oh, we're going for another.
Yeah. Need 1 1/4
A.
res.
Now a Canadian. Oh, that was not a Canadian accent. Don't mind me.
Also, another thing, you guys, with this pandemic going on, don't forget to wash your hands with hot water if it's available, because I know on the res there's not a lot of hot water. But whatever water you can, if you can, hot water, wash your hands because this COVID-19 is seriously scary stuff.
Real stuff.
Yes. So, wash your hands 20 seconds. I don't know, sing happy birthday to yourself. I mean, what kind of res kid doesn't like singing happy birthday to themselves?
Practice saying your clans. Something that'll...
I can imagine.
Might have to say it 2 times, but still.
That's a good one.
Give yourself a pep talk.
Yep. Just keep mixing, girl. Okay, and then...
I'm trying to get it out of the whisk.
I'll get it. We do this. When it gets stuck in the whisk, you do that.
Oh.
All right, and then we're gonna need some vanilla. Oh, homegirl, don't worry, I'm pretty ghetto. I don't need to like. I'm pretty res.
Oh, no. I touched my hair.
Oh.
I washed my hands.
Okay, what's that? I don't need a teaspoon. We're just gonna like rely on that good spirit and just bless it just a little bit more, you know, a little bit more for good luck all the time. And you're just gonna mix this beautifulness. Okay, so with the bluecorn crepe recipe, what you want is a consistency like this, where it's kind of runny because crepes and it needs to move around the pan. Also, you will need
A flat pan, like this one, which you could call a crepe pan, or I call a palachinta pan.
yes, or if you're Navajo, just whatever you make your Navajo tortillas on, as long as it's flat as you can get it. I know some people will have like other pans, but like whatever you can, it's good. As long as it's not a cast iron, because it won't work on a cast iron.
And we call this a palachinta pan in Hungary. And so it's very similar to a crepe. So this is a little shout out to all of my Hungarian friends and family. Üdvözöllek, sziasztok, nagyon örülök, hogy megismertelek titeket. So here's your little shout out.
Yes. Also, another cool thing is that since we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, homegirl and I, we like served
Full-time missions.
Full-time missions. So for guys in the church, they usually serve a 2-year, and then for us girls, women, sisters, we're a 1.5 years. And so homegirl went to
Hungary, Magyarország.
She spoke
Magyarul, Hungarian.
and your Navajo homegirl just went to Des Moines, Iowa, met the coolest people, and just basically spoke res slang broken English, which was cool, you know. It was a moment. So anyways, that's fun facts about us. So let's get on going to this. We're gonna get going. Yes. All right, your Navajo homegirl is still here. We're gonna make some bluecorn crepes, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so check this out. So it should look pretty watery-ish, you know? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your oven, which we have an electric one, it's what the condo has. So we're gonna put it on a medium, but from the medium, you're gonna put like your pinky from medium, and then you're gonna go back. I don't know, this is native instruction. This is how you know it's a native cooking tutorial. But yes, anyways, so you're gonna have it on a medium heat, let it go for about 5-6 minutes, and then what you're gonna do, this part's kind of scary, it's still scary, you gotta be kind of fast. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna, there was something underneath it, you're gonna pour it, and you're gonna put a nice glob, enough to get the pan covered, just like this, like that, and then you're gonna put that down,
and cook that baby. So there's really no exact time on how long to cook it. You just kind of like feel it, you know? Like see how it has these bubbles come in? That's what we're gonna do. Yes. Yeah, and then we're just gonna like see what happens. Keep it going, keep it going. And then you'll start to know when it's ready, when around the corner it starts to like come off of the pan like naturally. So it's doing pretty good so far. Right there, it's curling. You'll kind of want like a slight brownness under it just because it helps it to like, you know, like cook. Also, another funny thing is when you make blue corn crepes, the house is gonna smell like a movie theater because it's gonna smell like popcorn. Alrighty. So it's almost there. It usually takes me about 4 minutes for each one, maybe. I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes. Let's check that now. Heck yes. And then you're gonna flap that baby. Boom, that's what we want. Yeah, it's starting to smell like a movie theater. It smells like popcorn.
Then the camera cuts over to me eating popcorn. I'm just kidding.
Yes. Well, I guess we'll have a conversation because it's taking a while. So, your Navajo homegirl is in college. I am planning on going to school for nursing because, you know, nursing is just, it's awesome. Always have a job and you'll always have a need for it. Plus, you know, when you come from a native background, like I come from a long line of healers. And so, you know, it's just the natural thing that I want to do is I want to learn the healer's art, and so I want to help my fellow natives out there. Plus, one of my goals is to become a travel nurse, and once I'm a travel nurse, instead of travel the world like most people, I want to just travel other reses and be like, yo, what's up? It's Navajo Mandi. And then I'll be that one Navajo that everyone sees. I'll be like, Yá'át'ééh, and then they're speaking another indigenous language. I think that'd be super awesome. Like, just being real, I think that'd be super bomb. Just visiting all the other relatives out there from different tribes. All right, let's check this out. Boom! That is a blue corn crêpe. Wow, I did that. What up? It's your Navajo homegirl. So, with the look of the crêpe, it should look something like this. Super nice and round, kind of like nanes kare, which is tortillas and bread. And what you want to do is you want browning on it. So you want a light brown like this, and it's going to be on the top and on the bottom. So you're going to have two different textured sides, you know. Plus, when you're also cooking or cooking it on the stove top, the brown edges are going to help you to know when to flip it. So this is a good indicator of like when you should flip it. When the sides start coming up and they start turning brown, that's when you're ready to flip it, you know? So this is a blue corn crêpe, and it should be super awesome, and it's going to be great to eat. This recipe that I'm adding, make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full round size crepes. And so I just want to share with you guys again that like your Navajo homegirl has an Instagram, so like, subscribe, follow me, because I want to continue to make more of these. And if I have your support, then like, let's do this. Let's make YouTube more indigenous. let's indigenize everything. Let's go, Dan. Alrighty, here we go. So I've got a blue corn crêpe on my favorite plate, and you just throw whatever toppings you want. For me, I honestly like cookie butter
this is the Biscoff, because Biscoff is literally my favorite flavor. I basically have like old people taste buds because like your Navajo homegirl grew up with her grandma and grandpa. So, you know, I've got old people taste buds. I like me some mutton stew and a tortilla over, I don't know, a burger. Just saying. So I got the cookie butter. You're going to put a line on it and then grab some sweet strawberries. Like that. One for good luck, right? And then the best part is the Cool Whip. Okay, and then you're just going to wrap it like that. And then if you want to be like super bougie Navajo, because who doesn't want to be a bougie Navajo? Make it fancy. Toss on strawberry. Boom! There we go. Let's go in with this. Let's see. Your homegirl's so red she doesn't use a butter knife. Okay. It's my recipe. Of course I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. Plus, I will say, I feel like I'm making the ancestors proud because I'm incorporating them any way I can, especially in my cooking. So, I highly recommend this recipe. It tastes super... It tastes super good. And if you want to just, you know, channel your ancestors, live your best life, I also want to share with you guys that, like, this is just an outlet for, like, my Instagram. I'm more active on my Instagram than anything, but I feel like more of my longer videos, especially stuff that people request, I feel like this would be a good platform for me to just share what I know. I mean, your Navajo homegirl's got some hidden talents. Like, I can make my own ribbon skirts. Beautiful. I learned how to make a Navajo skirt, 3-tier skirt, super beautiful. And I also have a other blue corn recipes that I just love so much because, you know, being away from home, you just honestly just miss the food.